I'm Julie and this is Captain Dave, and we're from theonlinefisherman.com, and we're going to talk about the best sunglasses for fishing.
It's a great question, Julie. It's probably the number one question we get in a tackle shop. What glasses do I have to pick for fishing? The first thing with sunglasses, I'm going to take Julie's pair out of hand, is they must be polarized. No matter what pair you buy, number one thing is they must be polarized for fishing. So that's really important. If you see Julie's wearing a pair of sunglasses, they are polarized. These are polarized, and the ones I'm wearing polarized. But they all have a different application while fishing, and I'm going to explain that to you. Julie, you can hold these again. The pair that I'm wearing has a green mirror. The pair that Julie's holding in her hand has a blue mirror, and the pair that she's wearing on her face really don't have any type of mirror. The interior of these sunglasses are all different colors, and I'm going to show you. As I take mine off, the interior of these green mirrored sunglasses are vermilion or rose or copper colored. There's a reason for that. If you're an inshore fisherman, the color of the glass that you want to get is on the inside is going to be vermilion, copper, or rose. So that's most important. On the outside, most companies will make that a green mirror glass. The reason for the mirror is this. It really doesn't matter if it's blue, green, yellow, or orange. All the mirror does is it blocks the reflection and the glare from the sun off the water and back out so it doesn't get into your eyes. The important part is the interior of the glass. The copper colored or vermilion or rose colored, what it does, it's for shallow water fishing and inshore fishing and sight fishing. It enhances the water column in shallow water, especially around grass or sand or anything inshore like oyster bars. Anything over 10 feet or in offshore waters, you're going to get the blue mirrored glasses. Again, the mirror does, all it does is it takes the sun, blocks the glare off the water and the reflection into your eyes and back out. But the interior of the blue glasses are gray or smoke, and there's a reason for that. When you're out in deep open ocean with the sun high and the water's dark blue, the gray interior or the smoke interior enhances the water column and lets you see further down in the water than the vermilion or the copper will, or the rose. So whenever you're buying glasses, if you're going to go offshore or inshore, you're going to want the vermilion, rose, or copper for the inshore, the gray or the smoke for the offshore. But remember this, most of the companies now make the green mirror for the inshore and the blue mirror for the offshore. Now, what Julie's wearing has a vermilion or copper colored lens on the inside. She can use them for inshore. What they did is they mellowed out, or they put less of a mirror. It's got a slight mirror on it, but it's got no color to it. So she can actually wear this with any pair of clothes she wants to wear when she's driving, when she's fishing, or whatever outfit. They actually match better instead of using a color where it keeps you coordinated with your clothes.
But I thought if I was wearing a buff that would be sufficient along with the dark brim hat. Is that not correct?
That enhances it even further. That creates what we call the dark zone. It's a tunnel where it lets you focus further down into the water. So I put a buff on just for this, and I have a hat. But it's not just any hat and any buff. The first thing is you want a buff that's going to keep you cool, and it's got to be UV protectant. And the buff should be dark if possible. I have a light colored one on here because the sun will make it, with dark ones sweat a lot, and I'm out here in the sun. But the inside of the hat underneath, it should be dark. Because again, if it's light, you get a reflection and it goes underneath your glasses. So you want a dark, it doesn't matter what color the hat is on the outside, as long as the brim is dark color. Thank you, Julie. And the buff would go over just like this. So when you see kids or you look at magazine pictures, they're not robbing a bank. This is for fishing. It'll enhance the water column. This creates the dark zone. It creates a tunnel, just like this, between the glasses. It blocks any light coming in from this way or any angle where I can further see down in the water column. You can actually see shadows of fish better, and you can actually see colors better this way. So it's very important. And if you're fishing, you should have them on at all times so you can actually see fish and see things that you normally would not. Many times on my charter boat, when I am fishing, I will tell people, wow, look at all those snooks sitting there. And they'll say, well, I don't see them. And all I'll do is take my sunglasses and I'll put them on. Now they'll see the fish. They'll see a few of them. Further down in the column, there's more. I'll give them a buff and a hat, and they'll put that on, and now they can see the 50 or 60 snooks swimming around there. So it's very, very important. That's one of the most important things whenever you go fishing. Make sure you have polarized sunglasses like this, the buff, and the hat, because it'll make your fishing much more effective.